just announced the time splitter. Kushida takes on Austin Aries, who leaves the broadcast booth for his first MLW match since 2019. That's cool. Austin Aries versus Kushida. Hopefully Aries does business the correct way. Here's Dana White. He goes off on Power Slap and how AEW and WWE wrestlers can go and make real money power slapping. Let me just tell you something before he says any of this.
Exactly, no pop.
Dana is known, like, he will just talk a lot of, okay? And I'm a fan of Dana White, I'm not going to lie, but you are not going to make more money doing Power Slap 3 times a year than you are on like a pre-salary level in AEW or on like a NIL deal or NXT contract. If you're able to maybe slap and win 4 times in a row in 1 year, maybe, okay, you might have a better year than someone in NXT in Power Slap. He's paying coke addicts 10 and 10 at the most. I don't know if all of the payouts have been disclosed. Some of them are like people were getting like 2 and 2 to slap in Power Slap. Okay, 2 to show, 2 to win. Grand. From what I've heard, maybe that's lowballing it, and that's just people hating. But that's what's floating around. People getting like 4 and 4. And imagine you win. Okay, let's say you eat 3 slaps to win. How many times can you slap fight in 1 year? It's ridiculous for what Dana's about to say, but it is he is right about the fact about the other aspects. So I'll give him this. He's right about the fact that he's like, some of these wrestlers will do AEW and WWE is what he says, and they'll jump off ladders. You guys will hear him say it. Now, what he means to say is like some of these indie wrestlers, Mickey Knuckles, will light a guy on fire and land through a bunch of glass tubes for $50 a night. Maybe it's sorry for calling out Mickey Knuckles, but hey, what are you going to do? Indie people is what he's talking about for the most part. Not AEW, WWE level wrestlers. There's no way you're making more in Power Slap. Let's hear what he has to say, and maybe I'll dissect it further. And shout out Cutler Cast, Jay Cutler, and Dana White.
Is it something like you're an amateur and you have to how do you determine who comes on? Is there a ranking?
And also, chat, I like, obviously we covered, they're gonna prey on wrestlers, and then they did the Power Slap house, and Hollywood Haley J power slapped and KO'd a bitch, and there we covered last week there was some Asian independent wrestler, sorry I'm forgetting her name, and she's a lovely female and she did a power slap on like a punching bag in her wrestling gear and was like, yeah, I'm power slap ready, and there's all these indie wrestlers getting into it. They're going to make good paydays. But I called it out early. I was like, what's to stop them from giving Braun Strowman $100K to slap fight a guy? You know, where's the limit to this? And they're going to start preying on pro wrestlers. Like, for sure, a bunch of wrestlers are going to get into this. And Dana just says it right here. He's just eyeing them up. He's eyeing up. And then Shotzi confirmed she was offered a power slap thing. Now, this was like right after her release. So did they see she was released from WWE, or is Dana already snooping around WWE people who aren't on TV all the time? That's what I'm curious about, man.
So think about this. So when we bought the UFC, right? The UFC wasn't the biggest. It was the most well-known, but it wasn't the biggest. There was Pride out there in Japan and tons of other competitors here in the United States. So there was already a steady flow of talent out there. With Power Slap, there are some knockoff leagues. There's one down in Brazil.
Knockoff leagues. Dana knocked the whole sport off from some drunk dudes sitting at a keg in Poland. Holy
shit. Here in the U.S.
This said once, right? Shout out Dana, okay? But I just got to keep it real here. Dana said once that Power Slap gets more impressions and more social media views and has more follows than every sport combined. FIFA, MLB, NFL combined. What are you talking about? What are you, high on meth? They're on Rumble, and Rumble's all like fake views. Everybody's like, this fake, and the payouts aren't, like what they aren't as they appear and like that when it comes to Rumble. So I don't know, man. I just don't trust this.
It started in Russia and Poland. I think there's one in South Africa too, but to have a steady flow of competitors coming through we now started running the guys through combines over at the PI.
And I never give a promoter shit for promoting the game. Like, I don't care. He's going to promote and say, yeah, we got the I don't care. But it's just like, I'm going to call it out when it's a lie too. And then he just said, we have guys slapping, like we're developing them. Tony Khan doesn't even develop fucking wrestlers. This guy's developing power slappers at the Performance Institute, taking up space from their fucking bloated UFC roster. And there's half the fucking roster could spend more time in the PI. And he's got power slappers in there taking up space. And, oh, yeah, we're measuring. Like, guys, you figured out the fucking technique. There's one power slap technique. It's figured out. The only difference is like, oh, here's a big fat guy who can deal more damage because he weighs 600 pounds. That's the only other thing that could be a factor in this sport, quote unquote.
And for instance, there's a bunch of people out there that want to get into the AEW or the WWE, right? And these guys,
you said AEW first. How crazy is that?
Will fucking jump off a ladder onto a table full of tacks for $50 a night. You can come into Power Slap and make a shitload of money. You know what I mean?
I don't know about a shitload, dog. I don't know about a shitload. Now, maybe someone like Hollywood Haley J can say, well, I was the star of a Netflix show and here's my rate and for wrestling. So since it's a shoot where I might actually get knocked out, double my rate and I'll sign a deal or whatever. Okay, maybe she might make more, or it's only going to get worse, though. Like, we're going to see someone leave WWE, or we're going to see Braun Strowman. I keep throwing it out there because I don't know if he'd do it, but he's from, like, the old fucking, he's a farm boy. Like, I don't know if he might do it. He might actually do it. He's a fucking strongman. Like, I keep throwing it out there. What's to stop them from giving that guy like $100K flat, win or lose? You just got to slap in our super heavyweight, and then maybe it brings some more eyeballs. It's going to get to a point where someone with a name that we know, Paige Van Zant's even done it, but someone with a name that we know is going to fucking leave WWE or AEW and do a slap fight. And we're going to be like, holy shit, that's crazy.
And these guys are all tough guys, big guys. So we're looking at these guys that wanted to be professional wrestlers and a lot of other athletes around the world that didn't become professional athletes to come into Power Slam.
So you incentivize them. So the money obviously is building, okay, which there's a lot more than
there's real money in this. Yeah.
With sponsors, you have like over 30 sponsors with the event, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, no, this thing's for most of these. So when you start a business like this, the problem is money. You got to have money to put. Money is not a problem for us. The problem for us is finding a steady flow of talented guys that can come through. So any big guys out there, if you're a bodybuilder or you're trying to be a pro wrestler or any of that shit, whatever your dream is, you can literally come into this. And
it started as like, we're serious,
make some real money.
Like, we got, when this slap fight thing started as well, he's like, we're serious. These are slap fighters. There's a bunch around the world. He thought all the guys who were doing this in these other leagues were all going to be like, well, we're just joining Power Slap now. No, dude, that ain't how it fucking works. And now he's just admitting, like, it's a freak show. Like, we need bodybuilders, pro wrestlers. We want 7-foot dudes. We want the one-legged man. We want the fucking right. That's what he's looking for. He just wants it to be a crazy carny freak show. And I mean, that's cool. We're going to see someone with a name where we're like, oh shit, slap fight one of these days. Because he's going to go out of his way to like seek someone out. Now he wants people to come to him, but this just reeks of desperation. Dana started teaming up with like OF models and shit to promote power. So that's desperation. Speaking of desperation, big Vito LaGrasso got super mad at Bret the Hitman Hart here. So Bret Hart, we covered it on the show. He said, pardon me, chat. He said that he didn't feel appreciated by WWE after they invited him to SummerSlam because they didn't have any seats for him. We covered that, right? And so big Vito LaGrasso is like, enough. How long can we hear you, bitch? That's all you do now. You were looked up to as a great wrestler, technician, a guy I modeled my wrestling after. I was so proud to wrestle you, be in the same company as you. But this Years of just complaining, years of bitching and moaning. You have every right to be pissed off about things, but it's time to stop. Who the hell wants to hear it anymore? It's Goldberg, it's Hogan, it's Vince. Who else can we complain about? You get paid to appear and you still bitch. Kevin Nash got a seat. Well, according to him, he didn't get a seat. I think I just threw up. You have become someone that people can't stand listening to anymore. I looked up to you in this business. I was there the night you got hit. Shit, there have been many whose careers stopped because of injury. Some who might have been better than you. Yeah, come on now. Oh, come on now. Better than Bret? Come on now. Yeah, better. Concussions and broken necks. And boots to the chest, and cinder blocks tied to the feet for long sleeps at the bottom of the river. A pair of cement pajamas in a rose garden. You catch my drift? Keep the canola. People losing limbs, people that have died, and you don't even let them die in peace. I got plenty of beefs. I say it once and that's it. I make my point, but bitching with money in the bank, you're treated like royalty and you treat people like shit. You still get paid by the WWE and you're still complaining. Now go and get your fucking shine box. No. How about this? Take your ball and go the fuck home. It's been said. Finally, someone has spoken. It's me. Now we give a miserable day the best there was at bitching. The best there ever will be at bitching. And one last thing. The best there ever will be at bitching. He said the best there ever will be twice. But hey now, he's cutting a promo. The dawn is spoken. And then he tags everybody in it, hoping they'll write stories. So yeah, he went off, man. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Bret's still bitter Bret. He's always going to be. And that's why I don't think, like, even when Cody Rhodes and some of these people bring up, like, hey, was the Montreal screw job a work and all this shit? Bret's still bitching to this day. He's still mad about it. Like, the only person who got worked was Bret, and that's, I think, hurt his ego and everything more than ever. But like, everyone would feel betrayed, but he's just always going to bury everyone. And he's been an old man shaking his fist at the clouds for a long ass time. Speaking of shaking your fist, Hiromu Takahashi attempted to earn the World Guinness record for most time zipping up and down a trouser crotch zipper in 30 seconds. They could have just called me. I'd have set this record. Go. I think I set this record when I was 13. Oh, I'm over here now. So here's, Takahashi just trying to set this record, and he fails miserably. If you just cut the bottom part off. What are we watching? I swear, I don't usually finish that fast. I swear. It's usually more than that, sweetie. So, moving along here. Hulk Hogan's death may have been caused by medical malpractice, ladies and gentlemen. The man cannot rest. That's how you know he's the most over man in the business, because the man can't even fucking rest without people just conspiracy theorizing, just this, that, and the third, man. Just talking about his will, his wife, his money, his beliefs, his fucking, it's sad, but we're going to talk about it. So a new report from TMZ Sports has suggested that the recent death of Hulk Hogan may have been the result of medical malpractice. According to sources connected to the case, the report alleges that an occupational therapist present at Hogan's home when he stopped breathing told responding police officers that a surgeon had severed Hogan's phrenic nerve during a recent operation, which may have led to his death. The phrenic nerve is critical for stimulating the diaphragm, which controls breathing. Fuck, dude. And it was revealed he was, like, supposed to get another neck surgery or something, too. This is what it is. You just can't get so many surgeries. Unfortunately, he had so many, and everybody's theorizing like this could be the cause. This could be the cause. Dude, if you get on a plane, like it's a wonder that more plane crashes don't fucking happen and shit like that. If you really think about it, it's a wonder more like crazy car accidents, and they happen all the time. But it's like crazy that more don't happen. When you go and have surgery, dude, like, in the 20s of times, each one takes years off your life and could be the one that fucks you up, you know? And it's sad that people are still theorizing and speculating on it and shit, but it is what it is, man. So these new details appear to corroborate the concerns recently voiced by Hogan's daughter, Brooke Hogan, on her Instagram account. In a series of posts, Brooke stated that she has received legit calls from professionals who were with her father on the day he died. I've 100% gotten legit calls from professionals, from police officers to nurses, that were supposedly with my dad on the day of his death, telling me I need to see body cam footage and I need to get a hold of the 911 tapes because they supposedly contain information that could potentially shed enough light to change the narrative, she wrote. Brooke also expressed her frustration and powerlessness over the situation, explaining that she has no legal say in any of the post-mortem decisions. The short of it is, it's all up to my dad's wife, and I have zero control. She wrote, I cannot do anything. My hands are tied, and I have no say in anything regarding my dad, even as his daughter. She concluded her statement by asking the public and media to stop contacting her for information, as she is not in a position to provide any answers. Right, Brooke, you keep throwing shit out there, though, so they're going to keep contacting you, you know? I'll just say this. Yeah, so we see here. Autopsy performed on Hogan. Wife confirms nerve was compromised. So she confirmed it. His wife did. So they fucked up. And again, they're like malpractice. And I'm not one of these guys to defend these fucking insurance companies and these shitty fucking, especially in America, dude. I'm not one to sit here and be like, oh, you know, I have it so good. So I'm not one to, but when you go under the knife that many times, it's like, is it how much of is it malpractice, or is that a doctor who's done surgery successfully on him multiple times, and then this one's like fuck up, you know, like an off day? And I get it, like a doctor, a surgeon can't have a fucking off day, and I'm not saying like, anytime a surgeon fucks up, it's just an off day, give him I'm not saying that, but it's like, you're 70, he's had how many surgeries? It is so incredibly unfortunate. Why do we need to know this? You know, that's all. Just because people are snooping, and I'm no better. I'm bringing it to the show. Shame me, chat. For shame, Phil. Shame me, chat. I deserve it too, because I'm shedding light on it as well, shining light on it as well, rather. But let's move along. Okay, so Braun Strowman reveals what's next for him after his WWE departure. Power slap. Hey, chat. He says he's not ruling out an in-ring return, but he's going to focus on family relationships and other passion projects. He's also going to be announcing a tequila partnership. Sweet. Tequila. He should power slap. No, I'm so on that fucking horse. Dana's going to start reaching out to some of these guys. And Braun, if he just saw a picture of Braun, he'd be like, yes. And Braun's a farm boy, so he ain't no joke. I think he could slap the shit out of a motherfucker, you know? But anyways, Braun's got an NBC show coming up. He's doing this tequila thing. And if you're like a Tony Khan, and chat can let me know if you're in the comments hearing this in a clip, you can let me know. Do you sign up a Braun? Would he even know what to do with Braun? What do you do with Braun? Who does Braun have a match against? Do you go, hey, we'll sign Braun, have him destroy like everyone in AEW, and then sign Goldberg and have them do a one-off where Braun can lose to Goldberg and then Braun can fucking leave after two, and we just try and like stir up interest and do a big money match that doesn't really hurt AEW, but then when they both go away, our ratings are going to fucking go down. But if booked correctly, maybe we could do like a huge thing for Goldberg or something, you know? And some people would be like, oh, come on, Phil, like Goldberg's going to get him up for a jackhammer. I know, but I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Like, how do we get people watching AEW? Pro wrestling here. Let's circus this shit up a bit. You know what I mean? Like, let's get these. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. I'm just throwing shit out there. It might be bad shit, but that's where we are fucking at this point with AEW, right? So I'm just throwing out there, like, what do you do? Would you sign a Braun? Where does he wrestle? TNA? Everyone just says, go to TNA, go to TNA. I don't know if they have quite the money he'd be looking for to spend on him when they could be spending it on other people. Like, his knees are fucking shot, you know? Anyways, let's hear what he has to say.
All right, what's going on, everybody? It's time to address the elephant in the room. That being me. And the question that everybody wants to know, Adam, what's next? It's no secret, the last decade plus of my life, I've traveled around the world getting hit in the head and kicked and slammed and punched and vice versa to other people and smashing cars and everything else in between. And it's been an absolute amazing ride. Not saying that I'm not going to get back in the ring and whip somebody's ass, because we all know I can. But it's an opportunity for me to try some new stuff, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to rekindling relationships with family and friends that I've missed out on and things that, you know, you just don't get to do while you're on the road because it's so busy. I'm looking for real, organic things and passions and experiences. And while I've been so blessed to be able to travel the world and get to sample the finer things in life, now is an opportunity to do even more. And with my passion and my exciting new television show coming out in the food space, talking about food, trying food, the
Fuck yeah, dude. It's a food show. That's awesome.
cars, you know, my passion for that, my passion for spirits as well.
So cars and food. So diners, drive-ins, and dives, you son of a bitch. No, I'm just joking.
Well, I've really, really learned that
Hotel shows. Hotel shows. That's what those are, dude. You go to a fucking hotel, diners, drive-ins, and dives. That shit's on all night, 24/7. You know?
like tequila. Not just any tequila.
Tequila. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm talking real
Dun,
good.
dun, 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 dun,
Talking
dun.
organic. No additives. Something that just dances on your palate, makes you come back for more, saying thank you. I found one. After I asked many, many people to send me suggestions, I found one that, well, reminds me of me. They're hardworking. They believe in themselves. They don't cut corners, and they're not full of shit.
Okay, now I'm not getting paid to play your fucking tequila ad there, bud. No. So the Raven Effect. And he says, these are the first 3 screenings of my documentary. We've lined up, see posters. We're also working on Baltimore, New Jersey, Phoenix, Atlanta, and a bunch of more cities. Plus, we'll be releasing it on stream and Blu-ray, DVD, and have the dates for that in the next month or so. Nevermore, the Raven Effect. Hell yeah, man. I would love to check this out, and I will if I can get my hands on it. People, if you guys make documentaries and you're like, we're trying to blow this shit up and get eyeballs and shit, send me screeners of shit. I will fucking promote the fuck out of stuff. I already am right now, so let's go. Shout out the Raven Effect and Raven. So Wrestling News Co. Harvey was told that Hulk Hogan was not cremated and an autopsy has been done. Sky Daily confirmed that Hogan's pre-nickname. We covered that shit. Jesus Christ. So Eric Bischoff announces a new wrestling promotion. Well, he already did announce it. We already know. But like the Real American Freestyle will have a weekly TV show. So how crazy is that? And what if he does better numbers than like Collision?
The best guys, Tony Khan.
That'd be fucking funny. SmackDown's on in like 3 minutes. So Tahine Tonga, speaking of power slap, she says first Polynesian female and Tongan female power slap. So she's doing fucking power slap. You guys see what I'm saying? We're going to get like these Samoan dudes will be power slapping the shit out of motherfuckers in like 3 years' time. You're going to start seeing it. Hulk Hogan had strong aspirations. Speaking of Hulk in better light here, okay? Here's Kevin Nash talking about on Click This and Sean Oliver talking about Hulk Hogan and his aspirations before he passed on there.
But so we were talking, and he was talking about Hulk, and he said that he wanted to make sure, because he told Mel, he said, I don't think I'm going to kick out. Like, you know, he said, I think this is it. He said, I feel like I'm not going to make it. He said, I feel the end coming. And he said, do me a favor. He says, I'm worried about Nash. He said, he's went through a lot. He says, make sure Nash is saved.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah. But
I don't know. I guess like Hogan wanted Nash to be saved, and that means, like Christianity and all that stuff and becoming baptized, etc. So I don't know. Maybe Nash will embrace religion or something after that. I'm not too sure, but he seemed very emotional about it. I hope that was confirmed by someone, not just the guy telling him that, not to think the worst or assume the worst of anybody. But I mean, I pray and shit. I grew up, I went to church and stuff. I don't go to church every fucking Sunday, but I'm whatever. I don't know what you refer to it as, but whatever. We all have our different beliefs and shit, right? Nash, I don't hope that no religious people were preying on Nash though in his emotional state. You guys get what I'm saying? You have to be wary of that too, because that's what people do. And it wouldn't be the first time there's a story like that. So I hope he's heard that from somewhere that was other than just like the church being like, hey, So just throwing that out there again. People get mad at me either way. So here's Gable Steveson, and here's him boxing and he's doing mixed martial arts, hitting pads. He's about to fight an LFA. We covered it before. And here's a little clip of his striking. I quote tweeted this and I said this. In no way am I saying he looks elite level. And by no means am I like hitting pads with actually throwing lines in a cage or in a ring. But he looks way crispier and better. And he has way more technique and techniques than I thought he would. Holy shit. Let's watch this. Like, he's actually crispy. Like, that dude, the question mark kick off the back. What the fuck? Yo. Now, is this like elite level striking? No. Is this a guy hitting pads? Yes. But even just looking at this, whoa, he's way crispier than I thought. I thought he was just going to try and mug everyone by wrestling them to death, which he'll still do. But the fact he has this in case someone knows how to sprawl on his ass, or the fact he can go in there and test his striking, I'll just play it while I talk. The fact he can go in there and like test this shit out on guys. Look at that shit. Training with John Jones, learning spinning back elbows. Like, I hope he doesn't try that in his first fight. You don't need to be doing shit like that. The fact, like, he can maybe test some of this shit out and then go for the takedown if it's not looking up or when he gets bored or whatever. I mean, he looks way crispier than I thought he would. Like, he keeps his hand high when he's throwing jabs and shit. That's a little sloppy shot, but, like, look at that. He's got hands. He's working out teeps, throwing question mark kicks. Even on the kick, he's like he's protecting his chin and shit. Like, he's not just keeping his hands down like a lot of grapplers do. Way better than I thought he would look. Speaking of good look, in our last bit of miscellaneous news here, Brie Coda, aka Elena Black, FKA Cora Jade, posted this. She's on the phone with a fucking lawyer. Now, guys, for those of you wondering like why some of these people get released, and we've covered this again ad nauseum on the show, but Cora, by all means, I've heard that she stirred up shit. There was just drama with her, and I mean, here's more of it. And I'm not trying to bury her. I've been pretty even-keeled when I've covered Cora. I haven't gone hard on her. Although I know a lot of guys have gone hard on her OnlyFans. Oh, goo. I'm an asshole, but listen, it's shit like this. Like, you don't even need to post all this shit publicly. I didn't even know about this situation until she started talking about it. No one's been going public with any of this mess. So she posts this, and I'm going, what the hell? She's on the phone with a lawyer. So we move along here, and look, she posted this. I shouldn't even be giving this girl an ounce more of my energy. And what's her name? Alex Lete or Andrea Lete or Andy Lete? What's the girl's name? I don't even remember it. No one even knows. This is the girl who said that Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez had sort of like a Mean Girls bully vibe going on when they joined NXT, and when a lot of these people joined NXT. They had a bit of this like bully complex thing going on where they were mean girlsing and talking shit about girls and giving them shitty nicknames and stuff. So this is like a long time ago. And I guess this is alluding to her again. all this time later. So anyways, Elena Black says, I shouldn't be giving this girl an ounce more of my energy, but this will be the one and only time I speak on this. And if you know, you know. This girl came into the PC and immediately had heat with everyone for being disrespectful on more than one occasion. I texted this girl, trying to help before her heat got worse. That had already traveled up to main roster before she even had a match. I'll go ahead and post the screenshots myself. She chose to basically tell me to fuck off and then continue to get heat for weeks. Only multiple main roster talent members spoke to her as well. She decided to come up to me and apologize. I told her I appreciate the apology, but I don't respect how she handles things and the way she disrespects pro wrestling. I came from indie wrestling, absolutely loved wrestling, and was trying to carry on the love and respect that was there when I got there in black and gold. There's absolutely no respect for wrestling with people like this, and it's not my job to care about anymore, which is exactly what is wrong with that entire place in general. I spoke to her maybe 5 times total of that. Blunt to a fault sometimes, yes, but bullying is crazy. So this guy's like, Grok, who she's talking about? Who is she talking about here? And yeah, I think Alexis Lete, a former WWE signee involved in past PC drama. Lete has accused Jade of bullying, but Jade's tweet flips it, claiming Lete was disrespectful. There was something else about like body shaming or something. Like they were calling girls fat, according to this Lete girl, like Brie and Roxanne were. They were calling girls fat or something like that, and people, I think, like Awful posted about it while Cora did an interview talking about like people were body shaming me or whatever. So I don't know, man. It's messy girl drama. People are there for it, and they want to see more of it. She got 10K likes, so I'm sure a bunch of wrestlers who side with her like that as well, if I had to take a guess. But hey, at the end of the day, man, that shit'll get you. But neither of you are at the PC anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like neither of you are at the fucking Performance Center or in NXT anymore. And I think that speaks louder than any. I didn't even know Alexis Lete was talking shit again. So either way, that was miscellaneous news.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.